happened around 4:32. Right now, the time is 4:34. And again, I have a feeling these are going to be brief in nature, but Jasper County right now is under a tornado warning as we are seeing some indication on radar located over Lambs Grove, and that would be near Newton, moving south at around 5 miles per hour. So again, this is radar indicated, and I'm going to break this down for you at this point, what exactly is going on with this strong to severe thunderstorm. And at this point, it looks like if there is some rotation potential with it, it is right along I-80, and that would be in between Colfax and right around the Newton area. And as again, I did mention the Lambs Grove areas where we did get some reports of this rotation as well, and that would be right along the interstate near the Iowa Speedway as well. I'm going to put a track on this strong to severe thunderstorm as it continues to move off to the east slowly. These are mainly going to be heavy rain makers. And at this point, though, because of how this boundary is setting up, there is some rotation potential here along I-80. So again, I'm going to read through this. A new tornado warning in effect for central Jasper County, and that's in effect until 5 o'clock. Right now, the time is 4:35, excuse me. And this is radar indicated tornado. But again, if I was in this area right now, I would be seeking shelter. We are getting a new report here of someone actually now saying it was a funnel cloud here at 4:25 that has now been reported as a tornado, but it was a funnel cloud reported around the Lambs Grove area as well. These typically tend to be short-lived in nature. I do want to show you the other storms breaking out at this point because these are below severe weather criteria, right around the Reynolds area, and we do have another thunderstorm right around Osceola as well. Some thunder and lightning popping up with these intense thunderstorms, and I'm going to show you the movement with these as well, because what I'm seeing is a boundary right along I-80, and that's where we're going to continue to see the strong to severe thunderstorms pop up and start to intensify. We got a report out of Adel as well as Perry of some funnel clouds, and there is a slight risk for strong to severe thunderstorms across the state. I do want to show you that funnel cloud reported because we've received a couple photos looking just like this one. Zoe sending this in. There's a big difference between a funnel cloud and a tornado. A funnel cloud usually doesn't make its way down to the ground. We are getting some reports of heavy rainfall near Newton as well as the Adventureland area, and I think the Adventureland area is looking fairly ominous. And this is a camera that's actually looking from Adventureland and looking to the east, so that would be picking up the storm that we're now breaking in for that tornado warning. And again, that is for Jasper County right now. All right, so let's go back to that tornado warning, see if we are seeing any rotation. Ed, are you seeing anything here? Because I'm not seeing rotation right now on radar. No. That doesn't mean that it can't still happen, but we're breaking in and taking over the newscast just because of this tornado warning.
There's no rotation on this particular storm. Here in a minute, I'll have our director go over to Max too, and I'll show you what we're talking about. But you can see these many funnel clouds we had today, my gut feeling is that's probably what we're seeing here, possibly getting it down to a very weak tornado reaching the ground, but it's only moving to the south at around 5 miles per hour. That's pretty slow. That would maybe indicate that it is something that's almost stationary, but as you showed on that camera from Adventureland, there's just a very, very long line. It's a boundary where this is setting up, as you've been mentioning. If we can switch over real quick, I'll take you to our scope here, and we'll zoom in and just show you that there's very little, if any, rotation across this area. We would look for the inflow and outflow boundaries, and it's just not really evident here, which is pretty typical of a funnel cloud day. But we don't want to, take it as a minimal situation. Even a small tornado can do some damage, and these funnel clouds have been everywhere from Adel over to Perry, right along that same line, east to west. So even outside of that box, I don't see anything that has any type of warning on or rotation on it. But this is a tornado warning that will last until 5 o'clock. So at the moment, I'm also looking at our chats here. Lots of amazing overshooting on the top of these storms to the south. This is from some of our Story County emergency management folks looking to the south, watching this, and certainly it is a dramatic looking situation, Jerry Ann.
Yeah, It's going to produce some very heavy rainfall as well. I want to go through all the forecast information here right now because we're going to stay with you with this tornado warning, but we can tell you it is radar indicated at this point for Jasper County, and we have been getting numerous reports of some funnel clouds that are briefly coming down, looking like a tornado for many, and then going back up. And these don't typically lead to damage. But I think because of the location, the time period, it does warrant taking this one serious as well. I'm going to show you a few other things. I'm going to put this into motion here. Again, this is a funnel cloud. Thank you, Zoe, for sending this one in. And there's a big difference, as I mentioned, between a funnel cloud and a tornado. Now, this does look pretty concerning, and this is from our camera located in Altoona, it's located at Adventureland, but it's looking towards the storm around Newton and the Grinnell area. Lots of thunder and lightning now popping up on the southeast side and right along I-80. And again, near the Iowa Speedway right now, there's nothing that screams a hook echo with this strong to severe thunderstorm moving through, but heavy rainfall along I-80. If you do have somebody concerned calling you saying, hey, what's up with this tornado warning around Jasper County, we want you to be seeking shelter right now as it is a strong to severe thunderstorm pushing through. It's fairly isolated in nature. We have a boundary right along I-80. We have another one located just to the north, and that's associated with a cold front that will be sweeping through. So there is a slight risk for strong to severe thunderstorms, and included in this is around Des Moines, Creston, Sheraton, and Lamoni. So I do think these storms are going to be intensifying over the next couple of hours. I'm seeing some of our strongest storms around 7, 8 o'clock. So early on with the storm complex, if you do have outdoor plans tonight in the areas where you see these intense colors showing up, I would come up with a backup plan, as this weather will be game changing for many of your outdoor plans. Northern Iowa, again, missing out on all the heavy rainfall, thank goodness. We're going to see even more rainfall move through at 9, 10 o'clock tonight. And then it's all rain overnight for the areas south of I-80. And it really looks like the southern two tiers of counties that will be getting heavy rainfall overnight, and that will continue into the early morning hours tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, again, is looking completely dry. We're sitting at around 90 degrees right now, so you know the stage is set. It feels well over 100 across a good part of the state. We still have that heat advisory in effect for the southwest corner of the state as well. But as that cold front comes through tonight, I do think we are going to see the temperatures finally start to fall, and you're going to feel some relief from this high humidity come tomorrow as well. Ed, you got something new?
Just letting you know that if you might be hearing some of the sounds back here, our chat from the National Weather Service is just going wild with all of these funnel clouds. So we've had some from Colfax, we've had some from the Mingo area, right in that same spot around Jasper County. Again, not counting this out as a tornado warning, but certainly there have been a lot of these funnel clouds this afternoon, and it's really a perfect situation. Before these storms really get going tonight, we are going to see the rain, I think, knock down a lot of these funnel clouds, but before that, that's where we see kind of that twisting motion. Over on Max 2, real quick, we'll just show you the outline here of this cold front that's going to be moving through later on tonight. We're in that 2 out of 5 risk level here over central and southern Iowa. Important to point out for those folks in northwestern Iowa, these are storms that are going to stay away from you, but this is going to be some heavy rain, gusty wind, impacts right between 8 o'clock tonight and 3 in the morning. Some damaging wind is possible, large hail, but low tornado chances. We're talking lower chances for large tornadoes, damaging tornadoes, but these little spin-ups are certainly possible, and it's when it's radar indicated that did show some rotation, although I wasn't able to see it, and I just don't think it's really holding together very well. Again, please seek shelter if you're in this area. Just giving you what we're finding here, but a lot of these funnel clouds, so many, Jerry Ann, I think that it's going to be hard to tell if these are making it all the way to the ground.
Yeah, and can you imagine if you do see one of those funnel clouds? I think your nature is to freak out as well, and we do have the potential for strong to severe thunderstorms. Now, I am seeing a little something interesting just on the south side of Newton at this point, and again, this would be just south of I-80, south of the Newton area, getting closer to the Speedway, and again, that's where we're seeing some of the heaviest rainfall. I'm really not seeing a ton of hail just yet with this strong to severe thunderstorm move through. but I'm going to start at the beginning here just one more time in case you're just joining us. It's about 4:45 in the afternoon. And again, this is what we're seeing a lot of reports from across the state. And that's a funnel cloud in Adel. It was brief. It did not touch down and lead to any damage. And this is what we're seeing from our Adventureland camera that's located in Altoona, looking towards this strong to severe thunderstorm over the Newton area. And it does look like some very heavy rainfall and what would appear like a dangerous situation. Lots of thunder and lightning along I-80 with this strong to severe thunderstorm as well. And again, that tornado warning in effect for central Jasper County until 5 p.m. at this point because of the reports of a funnel cloud. But I see the most dangerous part of that storm system right now, south of I-80, south of the Newton area, tracking off to the east, right along the interstate. And these storms are moving very slow off to the east. They will be heavy rainmakers as well, but fairly isolated in nature at this point. And that's just because we had the high heat and noticeable humidity. This is a live look at I-80, and this is US 6. Can you tell me what community? Oh, this would be the Newton exit. You can just see how wet the roads are at this point as well. We do have a slight risk for strong to severe thunderstorms, and that just means we can experience large hail, damaging winds, and even the threat of tornadoes. Ed Wilson's got something new over here on Max 2.
Yeah, I am going to just take you really close there to what we were showing you earlier, but also I want to let you know that we have so many pictures coming up to us from around that area of definitely tornado, looks like a tornado, but these are funnel clouds that are rotating. So I don't see anything on the ground yet, thank goodness, but this is going to be just, again, something to watch as we go through the next few hours. I think by 8 o'clock tonight, we're going to get these stronger thunderstorms moving in here, and we're going to see, again, this dramatic line that will really increase and take us right through early tomorrow morning. Most of this south of Highway 30 from Ames to Carroll, that's what we're expecting later on tonight, but these stronger thunderstorms now just right on I-80, around Colfax, Jasper County, just seeing a lot of action going on there, but thankfully nothing on the ground so far, and this warning that we have will still stay in place until 5 o'clock. The other thing about this, it's moving to the south at only 5 miles per hour. So as this slowly builds, we're going to see a lot of rain falling with this thing as well, and that could put down some of that spinning as we go through the afternoon.
Okay, I had mentioned the Iowa Speedway. We're now seeing on our Weather Service chat somebody posting numerous funnel clouds showing up around the Newton Speedway. But at this point, from the picture I'm seeing, those would be funnel clouds, and typically they may be scary looking. Those don't typically touch the ground and lead to damage. But again, we do have heavy rainfall moving through, which is making the situation challenging right now on I-80. All right, we have a new severe thunderstorm warning coming in as well. And you can see this is for areas surrounding it. So the red is indicating that tornado warning, which includes the community right around Newton. This severe thunderstorm warning just came in, and this is for Jasper County as well, and that's in effect until 5:30. So I want to read this through for you. If you're just joining us now, southern Jasper County under a new severe thunderstorm warning, and at 4:46 there was a storm complex located. Whoops.
Yeah, it's fine. I was going to outline it for you. You're fine.
Oh, okay. All right. It clicked off of that severe thunderstorm warning there. So there we go. And you can see it was located along a line near Grinnell and to near the Colfax area. It is moving southeast at a speed of around 10 miles per hour. Again, the greatest threat we're seeing at this point is a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust, as well as quarter-size hail potential as well. So as this storm tracks off to the south and southeast slowly, some areas in the target of the strong to severe thunderstorm would be Monroe, the Otley area, also right around Pella, and that would be around 5:43. So we're going to continue to be tracking this strong to severe thunderstorm here for about the next half hour, and we're going to keep it right here.
I'll take you over to Max 2 as well, and I'll go over to our big wall, and if our directors can take us there. these showers and thunder showers now, as you see, moving straight down to the south. This outline, it may take over what was the tornado warning. We'll wait to hear from the National Weather Service. Often when we have a tornado warning like this and then we have a severe thunderstorm warning attached, they may drop that tornado warning. And as we said, all the indications that we've seen is that there's not a huge spin. There's not a big rotation there, but these are funnel clouds that are pretty amazing. I mean, it's pretty cool if you're driving along, and a lot of people are on I-80. Please be careful when you're trying to send us these pictures, but they are dramatic. Now, they continue to move down to the south, and I think that's going to be the place that we'll find these stronger showers and thunderstorms, especially later on tonight into tomorrow. So this is going to be the plane that you're going to watch from now until about 5 o'clock. And as I said, a slow mover, as Jerry Ann was mentioning, only 10 miles per hour. So this is going to drop a tremendous amount of rain. There's probably some low visibility here. Make sure that you are never parking underneath bridges and overpasses, but take it slow, maybe pull over and make sure that you are able to see those folks around you and they can see you. Keep those flashers on as you're trying to get through this junk tonight.
I am looking for anything that would scream hook echo or rotation, and thankfully at this point I am not seeing it. Again, these are the images we've been seeing from a lot of you this afternoon. This is a live view of our camera located at Adventureland in Altoona, and you can see heavy rainfall there in the distance as well, and lots of thunder and lightning with the severe thunderstorm warning. And right now the strongest storm is located right around Newton and right along I-80. Moving slowly off now to the south as it's pulsing right along I-80, and that's where we're going to continue to see heavy rainfall. Let me show you the big picture on the satellite and the radar composite here at this point, and right now the strongest storms are east of Des Moines and targeting areas just to the south. So folks in northern Iowa, our hearts go out to you. We know you're dealing with a ton of the rivers rising right now and flooding concerns. The heaviest rain tonight at 6, 7 o'clock will be just south of Humboldt and Fort Dodge, but it will be hitting the metro area, which just keep in mind all these rivers continue to rise as a result of what's happening across northern Iowa, and with more rainfall on the way, that will continue to lead to some flash flooding, and we're going to continue to see even more rainfall in southern Iowa here tonight with a wave of light rain early Wednesday, but then completely dry conditions Wednesday afternoon. Right now we're at 90 degrees, but notice how warm it feels. Yeah, it feels like the triple digits, and it's dangerous enough for a heat advisory to stay in effect until 7 p.m. as well. By 10 o'clock tonight, we'll be sitting at around 83, and notice by early tomorrow morning, we'll be back in the 70s. So looking ahead, we do have drier conditions on the way on Wednesday. On Thursday, cloudy, a high of 80. On Friday, more showers and thunderstorms. I did receive a message from someone saying, hey, I hear it's going to rain a lot on Friday. The answer is yes, it is going to rain a lot on Friday, and I think it will be even more than what we'll experience today. Let's go back to that severe thunderstorm warning as well as that tornado warning in case you are just joining us right now. We've been getting numerous reports from folks seeing a funnel cloud. There is a very big difference between a funnel cloud and a tornado on the ground leading to damage. But with conditions like this, the weather can change rather abruptly, so we do want you to take it serious. It's a very small area along I-80 that remains in this tornado warning up until 5 p.m., but surrounding it is now a thunderstorm warning. And that's because the storm is actually tracking off to the south, at least the strongest part of the storm. I am seeing some hail potential right now, right around the Iowa Speedway as well, and that's where the heaviest rain is setting up. But in terms of rotation, based on everything I'm seeing on radar, I am not seeing a lot of that. The heaviest rain is situated in between Newton and right around Grinnell at this point. Now, I am going to check for some hail potential. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's quickly switch over to Max 2, guys, and we'll show you what we're talking about here. There is maybe just a very, very light rotation here, just south of that I-80 sign here.
Okay.
There's a little bit of an inflow, outflow, but it is not, again, it is not dramatic. It is not giving us that sheer look where it goes straight from green to red. This is just going to be the area here just into this little spot right here. And that's where we're not seeing really any major rotation. I'll just put this back a few few bars, and you're going to see that there was maybe enough to show some rotation above ground, but right around Newton when this first came out, and this would be just about 10 minutes ago up till right now. So this is, again, a tornado warning still in effect there for that small area, and it continues to move to the south at only 5 miles per hour. But we have seen so many funnel clouds, at least 5 within that county of Jasper County. Pictures, very dramatic, looking great, but nothing hitting the ground so far.
I am seeing some hail potential, Ed, so if we can go back to Max 1, and thank you so much, Chad, for helping us out with this. But right now, the heaviest hail threat is south of I-80. I can't imagine traveling along the interstate encountering the strong to severe thunderstorm right now, right around the Newton area, and it is tracking slowly off to the south. And that's where I'm seeing the best potential for hail. But I'm also starting to see some indication of the storm strengthening right around Grinnell as well. Now, this looks to be smaller hail located around there. But again, heavy rainfall, some very strong winds, a lot of thunder and lightning. And this is the only severe thunderstorm warning in effect right now. We have no watches or warnings in effect for the city of Des Moines, and we're not seeing any more strong to severe thunderstorms popping up. But we have heard numerous reports of these funnel clouds continuing to pop up as well. And I'm going to go back and just check on this Adventureland camera. We've been showing you what it looks like around the Newton area. This is what it looks like from Altoona, and you can see that is looking to the east, closer to Newton as well as the Grinnell area, and that's where we have all the severe thunderstorm warnings in effect.
I'm going to take you back to Max 2 once again. Chad, thank you. This is a slice. We're taking a storm slice just out of that storm, just to the south of Newton, and you can see these purples kind of extending past that 10,000-foot level. That certainly is, it looks like some decent amounts of hail that's going on right now. So we are watching very closely, maybe for some large hail, thinking about anybody that's driving through there, obviously, but also if anybody is trying to get through that particular area. It does look like it's just south of I-80, but you can see there's Newton right there. I'll slice right back down through Newton, south of I-80, and that's where we're seeing that hail potential really showing up there on that storm slice.
Okay, we are getting close to 5 p.m. right now, and that tornado warning remains in effect for about the next 4 minutes here. And again, this is what the funnel clouds look like across the state that have continued to be reported. But once it starts raining in your area, and that's what we're seeing around Newton and Grinnell at this point, the rotation will start to weaken as well. We do have a lot of thunder and lightning with this one strong to severe thunderstorm located in between Newton and Grinnell at this point, right along I-80. It's an important part of the day. I know a lot of folks getting home from work, and we are experiencing a strong to severe thunderstorm. So if the sirens are going off, this is why. And we are continuing to see a few weaker thunder showers just to the south of Des Moines at this point. And that's where we're seeing the potential for the stronger storms to develop. So I wouldn't be surprised here within the next hour, we see a watch go in effect for areas south of I-80. If you are in northern Iowa tonight, rest assured, it does look like the heaviest rain will be just to the south of you, but we will be tracking some rainfall intensifying around Des Moines 7, 8, 9 o'clock tonight and continuing to slowly hit the same areas over and over again. At 3 a.m. on Wednesday, you can see all that heavy rainfall just sitting in southern Iowa with another boundary pushing in by early Wednesday morning. And then Wednesday afternoon at this time, it will be sunny and not as hot or as humid. 91 degrees, you can see around Grinnell at 89. I'm guessing that rain-cooled air has made a big difference. But again, the highest humidity is located near Highway 30 and along the southern part of the state. We're experiencing the highest heat and humidity in that southwest corner of the state. So temperatures will again start to fall gradually here late tonight. We interrupted our news to tell you about this tornado warning in effect. But I think here at the top of the hour, once that's allowed to expire, we will be able to start our 5 o'clock news coverage. But for the next couple of minutes, we're going to stay on this storm and continue to let you know exactly what we're seeing at this point. So again, these areas highlighted in this red box are under a tornado warning, and that includes areas along I-80. We saw the strongest part of the storm just south of I-80, and that would be near the Reasoner area at this point, and those areas are now under a severe thunderstorm warning. And that's the box in yellow right now, and that's where we're seeing the very strong wind gusts, and that is in effect until 5:30. So Jasper County is where we're the most concerned right now for some strong to severe thunderstorms. The Des Moines metro area not experiencing that strong to severe thunderstorm at this point, and I'm going to put it into motion, the satellite and the radar composite. There's really not a whole lot going on to show you here, except for that one storm located in between Newton and Grinnell. And again, that's slowly moving off to the south-southeast and continuing to produce heavy rainfall overall. Ed, are you seeing something new?
I am not. Just watching that kind of blow up here right around the I-80 corridor there, just to the east of us, and where that tornado warning is in effect for another minute or so. As I mentioned, I think we'll be able to get out of that warning, go and start our 5 o'clock news, and we'll just get to the top of it here. But this has been, again, no tornado reported on the ground, but certainly funnels that were very close to the ground, and then these stronger thunderstorms filing in afterwards. So it's been a very interesting time here. We love, and we're not unaccustomed to dealing with this kind of stuff the last couple of months, but this has been kind of that minimal thunderstorm or tornado scare, but the thunderstorms are still moving to the south. And I think a bigger issue right now, Jerry Ann, might be the extreme rain that we're seeing.
Yeah, definitely heavy rainfall. Okay, that tornado warning has been lifted for that area. We did get a statement from the National Weather Service saying, hey, lots of folks have been reporting funnel clouds this afternoon, but we did have a brief touchdown of a tornado, and thankfully no damage reported with that. Stay with us. We're going to continue to be tracking these strong to severe thunderstorms when we come back.